Hola, hola a todos y bienvenido semana 5 de Monday Munchies. My name is Becky and I am the creator, director, editor, everythinger of Monday Munchies, as well as the overarching project Crossing Borders. So, it is early morning, so I guess it'll be buenos dias. I think that's good morning. So, I'm still waking up. I have my coffee. This is a bit of a longer recipe because we have to let it chill for like hours, so I'm getting an early morning start. So, we are visiting our friend Marian Blazes again at thespruceeats.com, link in the description below, to make papas rellenas, which just translates to stuffed potatoes. Oh, it looks so good. I told you it's early and my energy's a little weird. Sorry. I do have my coffee. I think I already said that, but I didn't tell you what. I got my Icelandic mug again because it is my favorite mug. I'm not sure why, but it's my favorite. And we are actually drinking Amora coffee today. It's a new brand. I saw them and wanted to try them out. I don't like them as much as I like Bones Coffee Company, but it's still pretty good. This is a chocolate truffle flavored coffee, and I have a white chocolate mocha creamer in it, so it's pretty good. I'm gonna need it today. So what we're gonna do right off the bat is, as usual, go over to our counter for the ingredients. See you over there. Good morning and welcome to the counter. So, we're only doing one thing right now, that's why I only have one ingredient. Later on, when we get the rest of the ingredients out, I'll be talking about those. But for right now, we just need to focus on the potatoes. You need 3 pounds of yellow potatoes again. And again, I couldn't find them, so we are using butter potatoes. And I had a few russet potatoes left over, so I'm going to use those too. We're basically, for this, just making a mashed potato, and both of those are pretty good for mashed potatoes. So we're going to combine them, and the only thing we're going to do right now is boil them until they're tender. And what that means is you can stick a fork all the way through them and then all the way back out, or a knife if you want to use a knife. So we are going to put them in a pot of boiling salt water. It's not salted water, it's not salt water, I didn't get it from the ocean. And I'm actually started boiling that already, and it is not boiling yet. So as soon as it is, I'll bring you over there, we'll check it out. It's nothing super exciting right now. We're just gonna boil some potatoes and then peel them and mash them. Ooh, actually, I think I hear it boiling. Ooh, our lucky day. Alrighty, our water is boiling. Like I said, nothing too exciting. We're gonna pop our patatas in there. We're just gonna let this boil, boil, boil until they are tender all the way through with a fork or a knife. And once that's done, we'll come back and we'll peel them and mash them. Alrighty. These potatoes should be done. They look like they are. You can see, you can stick your fork all the way through and then it slides right off. That's how you know they're done and tender. This big russet might need a little more time, so it's easier to mash, but I'm going to take the rest of them out, leave that guy in for another like 2 minutes, and we'll let them cool so we can peel them. Alright, our potatoes are cool enough to touch. They are still hot, but I can touch them. So we're going to go ahead and peel our potatoes. And we're also going to need pepper and salt to taste. Try my hands real quick. I thought we had a potato masher, but we don't, so I guess I'm just going to use a fork. That should do the job. especially because these are still pretty warm. I don't know about anymore, but they were warm when I was peeling them. Come on. There we go. And you're not putting any butter. I know sometimes, like if you're making an actual mashed potato, you will put like butter and stuff in there. Because we're making this, basically what this is going to be is we're going to mash the potatoes. We're going to chill them for like 4 or 5 hours. And then when we come back, in there, we're like putting them out, putting the stuffing in them, and then like making them back into potatoes and frying them. So we're just stuffing them. So we don't want any of the butter and stuff in there right now. We just want to, I knew this big russet was going to give me problems. Doesn't want to mash yet. We'll come back to that one later. So you don't want to add anything to it really, except for the seasoning, the salt and pepper, which I'm going to put in once these are all mashed, and then I can get them all in together. A potato masher would make this easier. But in case you don't have all the tools in your kitchen, you can do this. It is working with just your humble fork. Well, these butter potatoes are truly saving the day. Look at that. Oh, they turn into mashed potatoes so easily. So softy. Unlike these russets that are giving me a hard time. Look, watch that. Look at it. Oh, this one is giving me a trouble. I was just talking you up, butter potatoes. Don't cause me problems now. Now we're gonna do some pepper and some salt. I'm gonna mash that in, and then we're gonna do a little bit more. Try and get a nice, try to get the whole thing pretty evenly salted and peppered, seasoned if you will. You can see my non-existent muscles for doing this. I kind of opened the layer underneath. Ooh, that was salt. I thought it was pepper. I was like, why can't I see it coming out? Oh, it might be a little extra salty. That's all right. If you've seen my other videos where we use salt, I love salt. So I am okay with that. Okay, so these are essentially mashed. I'm gonna go through one more time. And we are going to let these sit to cool. You're not gonna cover them. I'm gonna pop them in the fridge, and we'll see you again in like 3-4 hours. All right, we've returned. I've got my super breaking cold potatoes and the rest of our ingredients to make this. And this is again the papas rellenas, which are stuffed potatoes. Meet you back at the counter to go over the rest of our ingredients that we need to finish these off. We are back at the counter with more ingredients for this recipe. Our potatoes did sit for about 4 or 5 hours, so they are nice and cold. We have a 1/3 cup of raisins. I'm not sure about how I feel about that. 1 hard-boiled egg. 3/4 a pound of ground beef. 1 tablespoon vegetable oil. 1 tablespoon of the ají amarillo paste. 1 onion diced. 2 cloves of garlic minced. A 1/3 cup of sliced green olives. A 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. That's it. We're all set to go now with all this stuff. And also we need a non-hard-boiled egg, which I forgot about. And I'm gonna put the potatoes in this bigger bowl here so we have an easier time stirring. because we're gonna put the eggs and some other stuff in here. Ooh, those are some cold potatoes. Alrighty, we are going to move this junk out of our way here. It's not really junk, just the stuff out of our way. I think every recipe we've made other than the sweet stuff has had olives of some sort in it, and I am here for it. So we are going to add our egg in. Open this thing here, it has our garbage in it, so I can do away with the shell. Wash my hands. All right, we're gonna stir this in until it's well combined. Ooh, that is helping these look more like mashed potatoes. It's amazing what 1 egg can do in 3 pounds of potatoes. It's really helping a lot. Now you've got this clear bowl so you can see what in the heckinger I'm even doing. All right, get these mashed potatoes out of here. You're gonna take your olive oil, your onions, your garlic, and your pepper paste. And we're gonna take those over to the stove where we're gonna cook up the onions and the garlic. Okay, so I did a little lie here. I didn't realize. You actually need all your ingredients except for your hard-boiled egg. And you should also have 3/4 cup of beef broth as well. We're gonna need everything over here, like I said, except for the hard-boiled egg. So I'm gonna give you a second to grab all that. You've got your onion, your olive oil, your garlic, the paprika, the cumin, the ají amarillo paste, the olives, the raisins, and the beef. All of it over here. We're gonna start with the olive oil, and we're gonna heat that up. Doing like a in the middle of medium and high, but closer to medium. Let me see if this is hot enough. Nope, no sizzle. So we'll leave those onions right in here because that'll let us know when our oil is hot enough. They'll start sizzling and we can put the rest of the onions in there, the garlic, and the ají amarillo paste. They sizzling, baby. There we go. Garlic, ají paste. And you want to cook this until fragrant. And I just want to make sure too that they're all completely coated in that paste because, look at it. So yellow. Ooh, there we go. Get a nice sizzle. We're gonna say they're fragrant. You're gonna add your cumin and your paprika, and you're gonna cook this for about 2 more minutes. It's been about 2 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the next step, which is to add the beef and cook it till it's browned. Oh, we had some paprika still in there. Get out. Today is such a gloomy, rainy day. That's perfect for this little recipe. I'm gonna borrow the wooden spoon from our potatoes so that way I feel like the spatula is gonna mush up the ground beef and I don't want it to do that. It's almost completely all brown, but we're not quite there yet, so we're gonna let it keep going. All right, this beef is browned. So our next step is to add the 3/4 cups of beef broth and the raisins. I'm gonna turn it down to like a medium low because we wanna let this simmer for 15 to 20 minutes or until all of the liquid is absorbed. I'm gonna let this go. We'll see you back when it's done. All right, this has been simmering. It said until all the liquid's gone. But we definitely still have liquid in here. So we're gonna let this go a little bit longer. All right, so we've given it another 5 minutes and some more of the liquid evaporated, but not, or absorbed, but not all of it. But I did reread the recipe in the meantime. and it did say most of the liquid, not all of it, so it makes me feel a little better. What we're gonna do now is, if you are using green olives, which of course I am, I love green olives, You're gonna stir those in. This one, hey, there we go. Some of them are still attached to their little cut pieces. Get away from each other. All right, we are now going to remove this from the heat and let it cool completely. Once it's cooled completely, we're gonna go stuff some potatoes. So we'll see you over at the counter in a little bit. Bye. So our mixture is cooled. I haven't actually tried it yet. Ooh. That's good. Got a little kick too, which is awesome. Oh, these potatoes are so cold. You're gonna take some potato and make a little well, and you're gonna stick some filling in it. I want to make sure an olive gets in there, maybe 2, and a hard-boiled egg. So to cut them into 6 pieces, I did like 8. So you're gonna pop those all in there, and then you're gonna form this around it and sort of make like a croquette. They remade it look like potatoes when they did it. So that's what we're gonna try and replicate. We should be able to make 6 of these. I have a feeling we're gonna be able to make more. I may put more potato on that. Is that a 4th cup of these at a time? 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just like, look how much filling is left over. I don't know why. I can also like just put this over rice or something. I don't know, I'll figure out something to do with the rest of that. The next step is to coat them with flour. There's one, because we're going to fry them. So I want to make sure they're nice and coated in flour. Now these are all generously coated with flour. I'm gonna wash my hands and I'll meet you over at the stove where we're gonna fry these jerks up. All right, so this is sizzling. A little piece of dough here that I've popped in just to see if we were good to go, and we are. Put some potatoes in here. I am gonna put this right here so I can move them right over to the paper towel ASAP. I'm just gonna move these around while they cook, so hopefully they don't stick to the bottom at all. Frying up my little potatoes. La 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 la, let's see how it goes, yeah. And I'm only doing 2 at a time, so I don't crowd the pan or anything. Again, just going through, getting any remnants. All right, I'm gonna take those out. All right, we have our dish. This is the potato on the, stop, focus. That's the potato on the inside. That's that crispy potato on the outside. This one gave me some trouble with the frying. This one came out the best, and it was the last one I made, so it'll be nice and hot. Ooh, you hear that? It's crispy. That's what we want. A crispy petite. A crispy patat is what we want. Oh, come on. I want a raisin. I'm doing it. I want the whole shebang. I want an olive, potato, olive, raisin, egg. I want a bite of everything. So there's our bite. It's gonna be hot. This one literally just came off out of the oil. I surprisingly like the raisins in there. It gives a nice balance to the heat, which you can definitely taste from that ají amarillo paste. Potatoes are really crispy too. It might have gave me some trouble, but it is actually a really good tasting recipe, so I'm very proud of it. Most of the potatoes did not come out that way. I don't know why they all fell apart on me. Maybe that oil wasn't hot enough or something. I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, yeah, this was our recipe. This was the Papas Rellenas from Marion Blazes at thespruceeats.com. Link below in the description. Also down there, the link to our Etsy for our merchandise, our website, and our Patreon. Please check out our Patreon, see what's up there, see if there's any tiers that you're interested in. If you can't afford to support us financially, then you can go ahead and support us with your love. You can like, subscribe, definitely hit the notification bell. Next month, I think I want to focus on Western New York. I'm from Western New York. I live in Western New York. And I want to kind of explore some of our specialties because I haven't had quite a few of them. So I think it'll be fun and exciting to explore my own hometown and the surrounding areas, as well as exciting for you guys to see what regional specialties we have here. So we will see you in the next one. Just take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and have a great day. Adios, jet setters! Bye!